What's going on, everyone? Today is October 26th, and it's the day after the big loss, the Freddie Freeman Grand Slam in Game 1 that ended the Yankees' night. I had a lot of time to think about this thing, and I think the Yes Network, they had a great take on the postgame show, and they talked about Aaron Boone's move to bring in Nestor instead of Tim Hill, and I think they really hit the nail on the head. And they usually not critical about like moves that Aaron Boone made, but they really spoke their mind on this one. So I wanted to go over that with you guys. It's Saturday morning and we're dealing with the aftermath of last night, but we got a game two to play today. So after this, I'm not going to speak on that anymore until after the series, but it was definitely a questionable move. So let's see what they had to say.
Well, what a gut punch this game is for the Yankees to lose like that. And you have to question Aaron Boone right away. Where was Tim Hill? He's been one of your best relievers this whole postseason.
Exactly what he said, man. Where was Tim Hill? It's crazy because they had Tim Hill warming up first before they even put Nestor up to warm up. And honestly, when I saw Nestor up there, I was thinking maybe he's just getting his arm loose because he's coming off of an injury. And Tim Hill has been in the circle of trust the whole postseason. So why not stick with him? That's why they have him there. They really have him to face that 1-2-3 in the Dodgers lineup. And he decided to go with Nestor. It's beyond me, to be honest.
Decided to go with Nestor Cortes there in extra innings, gets Ohtani out, then the intentional walk. Next pitch is a grand slam, and the game is over. Nestor Cortes had not pitched in a major league game in well over a month. Going to him in that situation, I know Ohtani was 2 for 12 in his career against Nestor, but this is a guy who hasn't pitched in a month and a half almost.
Yeah, they're just echoing the sentiment of every Yankee fan right now. I haven't heard any Yankee fan who thought that was a good move, honestly. Like, I don't care what the numbers are. The man hasn't pitched in a month. He's probably going to have surgery in the offseason. Like, why? It's beyond me, honestly. I really do not get why he brung in Nestor Cortes in that moment. It makes absolutely zero sense to me. This dude literally threw two pitches. He threw two pitches. So that tells you the Dodgers' game plan, as soon as they brought in Nestor, was to attack. They already knew that they're getting fastballs. And Ohtani, he popped it out. We got lucky on that one, on an amazing play by Alex Verdugo. The next pitch was the same pitch that he threw to Ohtani, to Freddie Freeman. And this dude clobbered it, man. It's absolutely mind-boggling, dude. Like, I really can't make no sense of it. There's no justification for it, honestly. None.
We were all watching the game right here, and this isn't a second guess. This is a first guess because of what Tim Hill has done in the postseason and the different looks and the different angles that he gives you and makes it difficult on a left-handed hitter. But more than anything, what John said, I think everybody gave Nestor Cortes a ton of credit for his perseverance in getting on the roster. I didn't envision that he was going to be the pitcher that the Yankees would go to in that situation. And, Michael, we talked about that on the pregame. Bullpen decisions are going to be so vital to everything that happens in this series. I'll go.
Exactly, man. In the postseason, dude, especially a World Series, your bullpen decisions are critical. Honestly, in the first place, I don't know why he went and took out Cole. Honestly, Cole was dealing. At that point, he earned the right to face a few more batters. That was his game to lose. It was his game to lose. I mean, I don't know. In whose right mind would you rather bring in Clay Holmes instead of Garrett Cole? It makes no sense. Who else is going to be better than you? Have your top ace on the mound? Who else? Who better? And he decided to go with Clay Holmes, and Clay Holmes almost shit the bed too. Honestly, it's a lot of questionable moves by Aaron Boone. I've been laying off on him lately, because a lot of his calls have been working, but this was just unfathomable, man. This was crazy, dude. You cannot make this kind of mistake. That's what it was. It was a mistake, dude. A big mistake, and it cost us game one. In my opinion, it cost us game one.
all the way back to taking Garrett Cole out at 88 pitches. I think that started the domino effect because he was pitching so well, but you take your starter out, and then there's a lot of outs you still have to get, especially when you get to extras.
Well, we talked throughout the first 2 rounds
Exactly.
how
He should have
Boone
never
managed
took
a
out
perfect 2 games
Cole,
or
man.
2 series. Not perfect today. So many things to second guess.
Dude, when you have Michael K getting on you, questioning a lot of your calls, man, you know something's wrong. And I'm not saying he's a company man, but he hardly ever like goes after Boone like that, in my opinion, or Cashman. And even he agrees, man, that this was just bogus, dude. This was a bad move on Aaron Boone's part. Terrible move.
Agree. I don't know why they took out Cole. We'll hear from Boone in a bit. Maybe he was tired, not sure, but it seemed like it was too early. You don't want to use your bullpen so much in game 1. The Yankees showed them everybody. And then, I don't care what the numbers say about Nestor Cortes. He hasn't pitched since September 18th. Those numbers against Nestor Cortes when he pitches every 5 days.
Exactly, dude. I don't care what the numbers say. There's no numbers to justify that. The dude is probably going to have surgery in the offseason. He's hurt, man. He's hurt. I mean, we were all happy that Nestor Cortes was going to be on the roster, but we didn't expect him to come in with the game on the line like this. Like, this is just madness, dude. It was just a terrible move. Terrible move. All of a sudden, you don't trust Tim Hill? You've been going to him the whole postseason. He's come through for you. It's just crazy, man. Crazy.
Tim Hill has been lights out for the Yankees. That's the guy you bring in. We all looked at each other when he brought in Nestor Cortes. It didn't make sense. Again, he had not thrown a pitch since September 18th. I don't care about sim games. I don't care about how he looked in the bullpen. That did not seem to be the move to make.
And one,
bro, I don't think anybody disagrees with Michael K there. I'm telling you, dude, like, I think every Yankee fan, everybody was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It was great to see Nestor, but we didn't want to see him in that moment, dude. You set him up for failure, man. Honestly, that's how I feel. I feel like Boone set him up for failure. The dude hasn't pitched in over a month. How you going to bring him in with the game on the line? Let him get his feet wet. It's just a terrible call, man.
once you intentionally walk Betts in front of Freeman to go left on left, Freeman told Ken Rosenthal of Fox on the field afterwards he was hunting a first pitch fastball. Nestor Cortes is not someone who's...
Freddie Freeman told him in the post-game interview that he was hunting a first pitch fastball. You could tell that was their game plan because Ohtani did the same thing. Nestor Cortes threw 2 pitches. 2. 1, 2. He threw 2 fastballs in that outing. Ohtani missed it. Freddie Freeman did not. Nestor Cortes does not have freaking swing and miss stuff like that. Not his fastball. And he's hurt. I don't even know what was the velo on it. But he doesn't throw harder than like 92, 93. And he's hurt. Man, he literally gave Freddie Freeman a meatball down the middle. And he didn't miss it, man. It's just terrible, man. Just terrible. A terrible move on Aaron Boone's part. You have to go with Tim Hill there. That's why you have him. That's why he's on the roster today to face those tough lefties. Especially versus the Dodgers. He's only going to come in to face the number 1, 2, 3 hitter. And we're not even going in on... I'm not even talking about all the other miscues that we had. You know, like Jake Cousins walking Gavin Lux. You cannot walk Gavin Lux. You can't. I don't care if you have to give him fastballs down the middle. That's what you do. You do not walk him. You do not walk him.
Who's going to come in and throw 98 or 99 and overpower you. And if the bases are loaded and you're trying to protect the lead, what are you going to do? You're probably going to throw a first pitch fastball. You're probably going to try and get ahead in the count. Freeman, too smart a hitter to let that pitch go by.
What have we seen from Nestor in his Yankee career? A guy who can elevate fastballs and throw cutters off the plate and sweepers. This guy does not have a feel for pitching right now because he hasn't pitched in so long. First pitch was down and in, the sweet spot for a lefty. Didn't have much on the fastball. fastball velocity-wise. And like I said, this is a brutal loss for the Yankees. Both sides went to their bullpen aggressively.
That's another thing, man. Michael Kay said it. We showed him our whole hand. Boone, he exposed our whole bullpen in a loss in a game we should have won, and then shit the bed when he brought in Nestor. It just, man, make it make sense. Please make it make sense, bro. I couldn't sleep thinking about this, man. I was like, what are we doing? In my mind, I'm trying to put myself in Aaron Boone's shoes. Like, what are you thinking there? What are you thinking, Boone? Because you can't make a mistake like that. There had to be a reason. Maybe the numbers, the matchup looked better for Nestor. But even when my conclusion is it doesn't matter, dude. The dude hasn't pitched in 5 weeks. You don't bring him in a situation like that.
Whoever lost this game is going to be feeling it tomorrow night. Unfortunately for the Yankees, it's going to be them.
And when you get a start like you did out of Garrett Cole, you got to win that game.
You got to win the game.
This was such a key game for the Yankees. You're your ace. This is the reason he's on the team. Major League Baseball teams don't have Garrett Coles. All of them don't. Some do. The Yankees have one, well-rested. He pitched 6 1/3 really strong innings.
He pitched 6 1/3 really strong innings, and he should have went further. Boone should have never even took him out in that situation. At that point, it's his game to lose. It's his game. We're not talking about some freaking random Joe Schmo here. We're talking about Garrett freaking Cole. The Cy Young, the 2023 Cy Young Award winner. And you don't trust him enough? And he looked like he didn't want to come out. And then you take him out and you go to Clay Holmes with runners on base. You bring in Clay Holmes. Have we not learned our lesson? Clay Holmes, he needs to come in when this is a clean inning, no runners on base. That's when he performs his best. I'm sorry, man, guys. Like, I'm frustrated. I had to get this out because after this, I'm gonna flush everything and I'm moving on to game 2. But it's just, man, we had this game. This was our game.
Probably should have gone longer, and you lose that game. This one stings.
Again, we're going to hear. Well, what a gut punch.
Oh, man. Man, if you're just joining me, man, I just was going over the post-game interview with the Yes Network. And, I mean, they share the same sentiment that every Yankee fan, I think, feels right now is, what the hell are we doing? Why did we go with Nestor Cortes at the end of the game? Why did we walk Mookie Betts, honestly? Like, I understand why they wanted the lefty-lefty matchup, but first of all, Nestor should have never been in there. Second of all, we should have never even been in that. There's so many things that happened during that game that we should have never even been in the 10th inning. Why are we freaking walking Gavin Lux, dude? Why are we walking Gavin? It looked like he's trying to pitch around him. Bro, if you Jake Cousins, at that point, Matt Blake needs to come out and tell him, bro, I don't care what you do. Give him fastballs down the middle. Make him beat you. It's Gavin Lux, dude. Come on. You cannot turn that lineup over at that point of the game. You just can't. You just can't. And then why do you have Tim Hill? That's what I don't understand that either. We've been going to him the whole postseason. He's been coming through. He's been Aaron Boone's guy, dude. Aaron Boone has trusted him in every situation. And now all of a sudden, you don't trust him. You trust a guy who hasn't pitched in over a month, who's hurt over him. I mean, look, guys, I just wanted to get this out of my system because I got to put this behind me and move on to game 2. But that was a terrible, terrible, terrible moves by Aaron Boone. And then obviously we had some defensive mental errors. But I don't know. Let me know what you think, man. Is that a fireable offense? Is that a fireable offense? Remember Joe Girardi, man? Joe Girardi got fired mainly because he didn't challenge a call. I think it was the ball hit the dude or something like that, and he didn't challenge. That's one of the big reasons why he didn't come back and ended up getting Aaron Boone. Is this a fireable offense? If the Yankees do not win this series, is that enough to get Aaron Boone fired? Because I'm pretty sure the analytics department did not want that to happen. You know, Nobody thinks it's a good idea. Nobody. It doesn't make sense. Let me know what you think. Is that a fireable offense? If the Yankees lose the series, is that a fireable offense? Can the Yankees bounce back after a loss like that? I mean, we did it with the Guardians, but this one hurt a little bit more. To be honest, this one felt worse. It felt worse because we had that game, and it's just the way they walked it off like that, man. And Cole pitched such a great game. He pitched such a great game, dude. You can't let that one slip by. You can't. So today we got Carlos Rodon on the hill, and Carlos Rodon is Carlos Rodon. I expect him to pitch well, but I'm telling you right now, it's a must-win. We can't go down 2-0. Even though we're going back to New York, once you go down 2-0, that's it. You lost home field advantage for the entire series. We can't do that. We got to win this game. We got to win this game. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And let's go Yankees, bro. We got to take this game too.